Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Department of Trade Consumer Protection, it's our friend, Lara Sutherland. Lara, welcome back to the show and Happy New Year to you. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, Jeremy. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
Well, I am glad you're back. The team is back for another season here on Talking Fitchburg season, like we have seasons. This is season episode 26, in case you're wondering, season 13 episode. Yeah. No, we're we're glad to have you back and appreciate everything you folks have done in 2021 and coming out with some great stuff here in 2022. And we're starting the talk today talking about student loan debt, repayment scams, tools, and even some events coming up to help educate on this front. And my first question to you off air was like, are we having a lot of scamming going on when it comes to student loan debt? And you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. So student loans, unfortunately, has all of the ingredients that entice those scammers. And that is a really complicated repayment scheme. The government is involved because you're paying the government back your loans, and there's a lot of money at stake. So when you have those three things, you have people that are going to come in with misinformation, fraudulent information, trying to part you with your money and your identity. And so really want people to understand that and get in front of it. And the reason why we're doing some workshops around it and we're talking about it now, Jeremy, is because the federal government has put in place a forbearance on federal student loans. And that's been in place throughout COVID to ease that economic strain of student loans. But that federal student loan forbearance is going to get lifted on May 1st, 2022. It's been extended a couple times. It got extended to January. They just recently extended it to May. But then in May, they're going to lift that forbearance. And what that means is people are going to have to start paying these loans back. For many people, they've never paid them, right? Because their loans came up for payment during COVID and they were in forbearance, so they didn't have to make these payments. So this is going to be a real shift for a lot of folks out there. The other thing is there's a lot of older people that have these loans. One of the things that I think people think is true about student loans is that it's a young person's game. Well, for sure, a lot of young people go to college after high school or in their mid-20s, what have you. But there's also a lot of older people that go back as a second career, retraining because of the economic shifts. But also, they're paying for their kids' loans and they still have their loans, right? So you're seeing a rise in north of 60-year-olds with student loans and real issues with student loans. So this issue affects a lot of people. And because of that, the Department of Financial Institutions, along with the Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection, is going to get out in front of it. And we're offering a couple workshops in January. We're offering one in the evening, Thursday, January 20th. From 6 to 7:30, and then another one during the day, Friday, January 21st, from 11:30 to 1. And all this information can be found on our website to learn about these and where you can register. And these workshops are going to be great. So first, the Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection is going to talk about consumer protection. Obviously, we're going to talk about scams and how to avoid them. And there are many scams around student loans. As I said, it has all the ingredients for a recipe for scamming. You'll often see unsolicited emails, texts, pop-ups about how someone can make your payments super easy, make them go away. They can take care of it for you, all the red flags of a scam. And in fact, it's not very easy. No one can make them go away. And no one is partnering with the federal government. So you'll see those kinds of scams. What we often see when it comes to student loan scams is that they ask you to pay them monthly, a monthly fee, and they'll take care of it for you. Also a problem. Now, there are some companies that do that. They're not outright scams. They're not illegitimate, but here's the deal about student loans. All the information about what payment plan you should be in is free. You can get it for free. You can get it from the federal government. You can get it from all kinds of legitimate nonprofits. So these for-profit entities that are calling you and asking you to pay them to help you figure this stuff out. They're entitled to do that. You can pay for stuff that's free, but no, you can get this for free. And so that's important. And we'll talk about what these scams look like in more detail. The other great thing about this workshop is that the Department of Financial Institutions has partnered with a company called Savvy, and it's a repayment tool that helps you navigate these repayment schemes. So unfortunately, as the government is wont to do, it's a little complicated what plan you're supposed to be in and which loans qualify, et cetera, et cetera. So Savvy has a great repayment tool that costs money generally, but the Department of Financial Institutions is has a grant and is in a contract with them. And is the first 5,000 people who sign up get this tool for free. And folks are saving money when they use this tool. There's the average amount is $156 a month they're saving with a lifetime savings of about $28,000. So it's a really great tool. And again, it was free if you're the first 5,000 people that sign up, and you'll learn about this tool from the Savvy experts at the workshops, what it does, how it works, and how you can sign up for it. And as I say, right now, because the government's contract, Wisconsin's contract, you can get this tool for free. So really important information. The other thing, folks need to do is be wary of these scams. And if they unfortunately think they've fallen for a scam, they should let us know, because if they've fallen for it, other folks have fallen for it too. So file a complaint with the department. We absolutely investigate these and try to resolve them and get people's money back when they get scammed.
Wow, is that a lot of information?
Yeah,
My goodness.
yeah.
But a lot of great information out there, and what a cool partnership to have. We're excited for these classes. Real quick then, can you when are those 2 classes coming up again, and how can we register for those?
So real quick, the classes are January 20th at 6 to 7:30, and January 21st at 11:30 to 1. You can sign up for them at our website. There's a registration at datcp.wi.gov. You can also register at DFI's website. And in the interim, if you have some questions, you can also call. Wisconsin has a student loan help hotline that is sponsored by the Wisconsin Coalition on Student Debt and offered by Ascendium. It's a free hotline. The number is 833-589-0750, 833-589-0750. Super great resource, because you have loan experts on the other end of that line that can answer questions about your personal situation privately. You can spend as much time on the phone with them as you want to about how these things work. And so a lot of times that's what we need. A lot of times we want to do these things on our app and by ourselves and on the computer, but some of this stuff is complicated and having a human that's going to talk to you is great. So I really encourage people to call that hotline. And then of course you can go to Federal Student Aid, which is the federal government's website. And there's a lot of information there as well.
All right. Well, thank you for the update. This is great. Very excited for this. We'll help promote that, and good luck with that. And we'll look forward to talking with you folks again this month. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Jeremy, for having me.
You betcha. Check out the DATCP's website for the information that was just shared with you today. And we'll check in with DATCP later this month. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.